Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for Friday. It is Friday the 10th of August already. And I say already because it was really just the 4th of July. And if you are looking at looking at the calendar, you're seeing that we're very quickly finishing out this quarter, and we're going to be in the last quarter of the month. Please, please, please do not simply sit by and let your life pass by. Okay, as sort of like we sitting on the front porch and just watching the cars roll by. Like if you live in the country, you sit on the front porch and you just watch the cars go by. Some of us are treating our life like that. We're just watching life roll by, and it's our life. And we say we want more. We say we want a change. We want something new. We want something better. We want what they have, whoever the they is. But we're steady sitting back on the porch, just watching it happen. I promise you that if you do not pick yourself up, thank you for all who are joining me. If you do not pick yourself up off the front porch and get into motion to do something new, to do something different, nothing is going to change. I made a post later in the afternoon on yesterday that says nothing changes until you do. And so that requires that we do not continue working harder at the same thing. That's what, sometimes we do. We stay where we are, even though we see where we want to be. We know it's not here. Listen to me. This is even if here is pretty good. Well, I'm not struggling. I'm not, falling apart. I got it going on. It's okay right here. I'm satisfied with where I am. Even if that's your life and you are content with where you are, I promise you there is another level. Even if you have it going on and it is good, there is another level. Be grateful. Be grateful for where you are and what you have. However, don't be satisfied because there's another level. So again, I'm using the analogy of sitting on the front porch watching cars go by, and that is our life. That's our life. So until you get up off the front porch and do something new, do something different. I mentor a few people, and I had an appointment with one of them on one day this week. And bringing in, he had an assignment to do, and he brought back his response, and it was all new. His assignment was I wanted to see a 90-day plan. I wanted to see, where do you plan on going? What are you doing? Are you just, like hopscotching through life, or do you have a plan? What is going on? So it required the discipline of sitting down and thinking through something different, something new. Okay, because if you want more out of life, you're going to have to do something, and not necessarily doing the same thing harder and harder. You just working harder at it. You're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to do something new. Even if that means bringing a fresh set of eyes in to look at it. I do this periodically. As a matter of fact, I just had a new staff member join my team, and I gave him an assignment. He was going into a ceremony. I said, I want you not just to go into the ceremony like, oh, wow, look at this. This is a great ceremony. Nope, you're wasting time if you're doing that. You are deliberately and intentionally on purpose looking for gaps. You have the freshest set of eyes. And so you need to look for things that could be done better, things that make you say, I wonder why they did that. Could that be, wow, did they see that coming? Because it didn't look like they were prepared for that. When you have people that have a fresh set of eyes, a fresh perspective, a different perspective, another perspective, You need to invite them in. Invite them into what you're doing and have them give you their perspective on it. It is something new. Too often we stay in the same rut with the same thought process, surrounded by the same thinking, surrounded by the same people. Dr. Aaliyah, my cohort member, it's so good to see you out there. And thank you for all who are joining. But too often we stay in our own little silo of looking for, and yet we're looking for different things. We want something more. Please have the courage to invite someone in, to invite someone with a fresh set of eyes, a fresh set of perspectives, a fresh set of experiences, a fresh set of life skills. And they will give you something new, something different to think about, another way to view it. And I understand that can be scary, because when you've got something that you're doing and it's your baby and it's your pet project, or it's your life, or it's your marriage, or it's your career, your finances, your health, it takes a certain amount of courage to be vulnerable and say, hey, look, this is what I've been doing. Recently, I sent my resume out to someone with a different perspective, and I said, I want you to look. This is what I desire to do. Look and find the gaps. Look and find the holes. Look and find the things that don't make sense to you. You can look at something for so long. You can be in a marriage for so long and know that there's got to be more. There's got to be something different. But your thinking hasn't changed enough, hasn't evolved enough to give you that new perspective. So you have to bring it to a fresh set of eyes. And yes, I recognize that when it's your pet project or your baby or something near and dear to you, having someone else possibly criticize it can be, that can be a little rough. That can be getting into your sensitive area. But I promise you, if you want to grow and not remain the same, if you want to become the best version of who you can be, if you want to fully experience all of who you were designed to be, all of us come with a master plan. If you want to live into your plan, if you want to live into your full potential, you will not be able to do it alone. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are, how creative you are, how gifted you are, how compassionate you are. You could be the subject matter expert. If you want to be all that you could possibly be, if you want to grow this company, this team, this family to its fullest potential, you cannot do that alone. You will need the new and fresh set of eyes, the creative eyes that will bring you a challenge that you would never be able to see alone. And so don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to invite on purpose, invite someone in and give them a task. Give them a specific, deliberate, intentional act to look for things that don't make sense to them. It'll be coming from their perspective, but it'll be a valid, different, new perspective that could perhaps lead you to something more effective, more productive, bigger, better, a bigger challenge for you. And so that's what and it applies to all areas of your life. Now you got to use some good wisdom. Okay, people who don't know how to think, that's not a good plan. Doesn't mean they're bad people, but you can look in their life and recognize that they're not creative in their own lives. Those finances in their own lives are jacked up. So you don't need to invite them. Okay, so you got to be creative. You got to use some discernment and wisdom. Someone who's already ahead of you. Okay, if you're the rabbit for 10 people, those 10, that's not who you're looking for. You're looking for someone whose life, whose marriage, whose finances, whose relationships, whose career, whose spiritual health is already ahead of yours. They will come with a new perspective. Okay. And then don't just let them go free willy-nilly. Give them a specific deliberate task to not leave you in the same space that you're already in. Don't dig and work harder in the same space. Get out of that spot and start something different, something new. I have a challenge that will be starting soon, an 8-week challenge to the best version of who you are. I promise you, if you are up for the challenge, I will challenge you and you will leave a better person than you are when we begin the journey. If you are at all interested, you got to reach out. I promise you, I'm not force feeding anything because it doesn't work out the best. You got to want the change. And then I come ready to give you a challenge. Hollie at drholliekelly.com. Reach out to me there. Until next time, take real good care of yourselves. Make it, even if you are hurting right now, confused and got so much going on, make it a fantastic day. Okay? Reach out.